Huh. I kind of expected a drawn out cinematic opening. That's what they usually do. Oh, you can change the language. Am I that much of a weeb? No, we'll stick with English. I think we're gonna go with normal difficulty, but we're gonna go with classic. If we lose a unit, it's gone forever. Here's the cutscene.
Tell me, Nemesis, do you recall the Red Canyon? You'll die! 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 You took everything that I loved! He's gone now, Mother.
Well, fuck, that was a lot to take in. This is the goddess Sothis.
Oh my. What could have brought you here?
At least I assume she's a goddess.
I wonder how you got in here. most rude to interrupt a moment of repose. Very rude indeed.
She's voice acted quite well. I didn't like the voice acting of the female that was fighting, but this is pretty good.
Now come to me. I wish to have a look at you.
Oh, so male or female? Well, look, since I'm gonna have to look at the character the whole time.
I have not seen the likes of you before. Who are you anyway?
What? A ghost, a demon, or immortal? Does this have any implications on my character, or is this just the randomness that means nothing? Ghost sounds cool.
Do not deceive. You would do well to keep your wit in line.
If I say I'm a demon, she's gonna do the same thing, so I need to say I'm immortal. I'm just gonna say demon, just see what she
Do
says.
not deceive.
Okay. So what was the point?
Then you must have a name of sorts. Go on.
I kind of just want to play as Byleth. That's supposed to be the character's name.
I shall not ever grow accustomed to the sound of human names.
Oh
You
yeah,
must
well, what's
possess a
your
day of
name?
birth as well. Beneath which moon and on what day were you born to this world?
The Harpstring Moon. Guardian Moon, Pegasus Moon, Lone Moon. I bet this has implications on like your character's stats or something like that. It's my first run, so it doesn't matter that much. We're only playing on normal. So I'll just go with my actual birthday. I know time passes in the game, so I'll actually get to, I'm sure something special will actually happen on this day.
Well, wonders never cease. It seems we share our day of birth. How strange.
Okay, well you made that up, but sure. I imagine you say that to everyone.
It all feels so familiar. I think it may be time for yet another nap.
Share the same day of birth. I know that later on I think we get greenish hair, Byleth does. Are we like the reincarnation of this person?
Hey, time to wake up. Were you having that dream again? You've described her to me before. I don't think I've ever met anyone like that. In any case, just put that out of your mind for now. The battlefield is no place for idle thoughts. Risking your life is part of the job for mercenaries like us. Letting your mind wander is a sure way to get yourself killed.
Alright, the mouth animation not syncing up with the voice is probably going to annoy me, but I mean, I can understand it. I'll let it slide. The voice
Okay,
acting is really
time to get
good.
moving. Our next job is in the kingdom. I told you before, it's far from here, so we'll need to leave at dawn. Oh, good. safe. Everyone is already waiting for us outside.
Gerald, sir, sorry to barge in, but your presence is needed.
What's happened?
Please forgive our intrusion. We wouldn't bother you with a situation not dire.
What do a bunch of kids like you want at this hour?
We're being pursued by a group of bandits. I can only hope that you will be so kind as to lend your support.
Bandits? Here?
It's true. They attacked us while we were at rest in our camp.
We've been separated from our companions
Edelgard,
and we're outnumbered. They're after our
Claude.
lives, not to mention our gold.
I'm impressed you're staying so calm considering the situation. Wait, that uniform.
Bandits spotted just outside the village. Damn, there are a lot of them.
I guess they followed you all the way here. We can't abandon this village now. Come on, let's move. Hope you're ready.
I look nothing like him. My dog is the best dog. Thanks for the follow. Gee, I wonder who that was.
Let's take care of those thieves before they overrun the village. Take down the enemies in front first. That should take the wind out of their sails.
Geralt isn't gonna move. Oh, do I have like a... That's... Oh, you can get like a top-down view. Whoa. Whoa. That's pretty intense. Sorry, just taking a moment to figure out all the controls. Okay, that's important. Okay, that repositions the camera. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at my units before I do anything. Edelgard. Adrestian Empire. She is currently using an iron axe. I am using an iron sword. Lance, bow, makes sense. Is there a... okay, I can... Interesting, you just look at the model like that anytime. What do I look like? Dimitri looks a little bit too straight-laced for me. Claude's more my guy. in everything except for axes and whatever that flag symbol is. A 40. Yeah, so these skills right here were probably dictated by like my birthday choices or something like that. Probably not the sword. The sword's just filling in because those characters probably always start with those weapons. But like the brawling prowess multiplies this unit's and adjacent allies' experience. I have sword prowess level 2. She can go axes or swords or authority. What is she at? Imperial lineage multiplies experience. They all have experience multipliers probably. Right. He has sword and 2 lance. He has 1 bow, 1 sword, and authority. They all have a movement of 4. 4 is rather low. Huh. I should probably actually do something. So as far as I'm aware, the weapon triangle is no longer in this game. In the previous games, there was a rock, paper, scissors effect that granted extra damage and hit multipliers for using the correct weapons against each other. For example, I don't remember what it was exactly. It was swords beat lances. No, lances beat sword, swords beat axe, axe beat lance. So I'd want to use a lance guy against him, but that's no longer present in this game, so I guess I can just use whoever I want. Let's feel it out with Claude. So they still have bonuses against flying units. The farther away you are. Yes, I know how durability works.
I'll cut through.
I do have combat arts. Tempest Lance. That was quite strong, but he used 5 durability, so it's not something you can use often. Bookmark saves. So there are a total of 6 more units. Not sure what this gray is. Thief, Costas. Okay. Thief, right. So they're all brigand, just sword brigands. What is this? Can I, like, move there?
I will prevail. Stay focused.
I can talk.
Thank you. We are in your debt. It wouldn't do for us to fall in a place like this. Please, lend us your strength. Let's work together to drive out these thieves.
You have a strange aura about you. You say you're a mercenary, so show.
We'll advance while protecting ourselves from the enemy. Take up position inside the forest.
Certain terrain will have effects on the unit occupying it. Forest, for instance, raise a unit's evasion and defense. Okay, how do I know what is considered forest, necessarily? Move your units to advantageous terrain and prepare to meet the enemy. So I can like move it. Okay, so when I go over it, grassland, forest, and it straight up just tells you right there. +1 defense, plus 30% evasion. So it doesn't look like I move there. Grassland, grassland, forest. Doesn't look like there's anything else. Terrain that is navigable only by flyers. So they want me.
Yes, good. If we're in the forest, we can sustain their attacks without losing the advantage.
Forests are not the only terrain type you will encounter. Keep an eye out for others, such as thickets and heel tiles. You can see the effects of terrain by placing your cursor over it. Press the X button on an empty space to toggle terrain information and unit icons. I shouldn't have moved him up right there. They can attack him, but it's not a huge deal. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so moving through forest, while it does give you defense, costs more movement to move through. Which means they also shouldn't be able to... Yeah, as long as I go here, they shouldn't be able to get
It's because
to
of you guys
Claude.
that I'm not dead right now. Thanks for that. I didn't expect to run into mercenaries like you in some remote village. The gods of fortune must be smiling on me.
Man, my characters must be OP, or they're just super weak.
This is a fine opportunity. It's the combat arts I taught you.
More durability. They do not typically allow for follow-up attacks. That's useful. Units learn new combat arts when their weapon skill levels go up. There are no combat arts for reason or faith. Those skills grant magic instead. What does that mean? Wait, it tells me who they want to attack? That's useful, but also Not sure if I like that. That's almost too much information. These guys are all basically dead at this point. I don't need to use my combat arts because I can just finish them all off normally.
Should I have held
Can I just
back?
heal from that?
I must stay focused.
I think that's weird that you
It's
can
not
see
luck,
how
it's
slow the
fate.
arrow's moving. Using items, yes, I don't need to use any yet though. So I'm curious if those heart icons will apply to anyone, or if that was Byleth's experience bonus activating or something. Actually moving towards me now. Get out of here, Geralt. I don't need you. An item icon on an enemy indicates that you will get the item that is highlighted green in the unit's details display when you defeat them. And how can I check that? I'm assuming, oh okay, it's just right there on him. They actually display a lot of stuff. It's a lot of information. So he has two, I'm assuming those are abilities down there on the left. So he'll drop an Iron Axe, big whoop. Why are those flashing? Maybe that's just a leader indication in the bottom left. How much does a vulnerary heal, I wonder? Oh, that's right. In this game, vulneraries aren't like items either. Not disposable items per se. You always have a vulnerary and it has like a specific amount of uses, rather than needlessly needing to rebuy them constantly. Okay, 10 HP. I don't need to use that.
Hey! You with the blank stare! Out of my way!
Yeah, why is he? Why are the hearts only for those two? The other people are nearby. There's my first level up.
We must all do our part.
That looked like a pretty strong level up. I'm curious if there's an amount of RNG or like how they handle the level up formula. That was a strong level up though. Get out of here, Geralt.
Attack when an ally is nearby, and the enemy will be intimidated, making them easier to hit.
Really? When you attack an enemy that is also an attack range of one or more of your other units, you will trigger a linked attack. During a linked attack, your avoid rate and hit rate are higher than normal. Linked attacks between certain units will also raise might. Good use of linked attacks is key to defeating powerful enemies. Linked attacks will also build support among the units involved, so that's what's going on there. So that's considered in range? Wait, can he attack from right there? No. So why is that considered in range? He doesn't have a bow or anything on him, does he? I guess just because like they're in the same, because they're adjacent. They weren't adjacent. Curved shot. Has a range of 2 to 3.
I'm gonna kill you where you.
Over already. I will get stronger yet.
His level up was a bit weaker. Not really sure how the experience works. Sure, let's try out Smash.
I must get stronger.
Magic speed, luck, resistance. Is that specific to whoever kills them?
pushing with that little stunt. It's like you're trying to get me killed, you fool. Well, it's fine. After all, if you don't know the value of your own life, you're not going to protect it very well, are you? Course not. Well then, I guess it's up to me to guide you from now on, right? You can call me Sothis, but I'm also known as the Beginning. Sothis. Yes, that is it. My name is Sothis. And I am also called the Beginning. But who once called me that? I was not able to recall my name until just now. And just like that, it came to me. How odd. That look upon your face. Did you think me a child? A mere child who forgot her own name? Phooey! That child just saved your life. And what does that make you? Correct. You understand. You threw yourself before an axe to save just one young girl. Yet all is well, as I have stalled the flow of time for now. You would have died had I not intervened. There now. Is gratitude so much to ask? I did deem you worth saving after all. Though it is only momentary, time has stopped. However did I manage that? When time begins again, the axe will tear into your flesh and you will surely meet your end.
Oh. Good talk.
How rude of you to drag me into this. Now what to do?
I'll just stay here and wait to die. Keep time frozen until I'm safe.
Of course. I must turn back the hands of time. Yes, I do believe it can be done. You really are quite troublesome. I cannot wind back time too far, but all is well. You are aware of what's to come, which means you can protect yourself this time. Now go! Yes, you who bears the flames within. Drift through the flow of time to find the answers that you seek.
Hey, over here!
Huh?
Alright.
Hey, did you just...
The Knights of Seiros are here. We'll cut you down for terrorizing our students. Hey, the thieves are running away. Go after them. The students seem to be unharmed. And who's this?
Why him?
Thank you.
Captain Gerald? It is you. goodness, it's been ages. Don't you recognize me? It's Alois. You're old
Alois.
right-hand
I'm glad he
man.
said his name because I had no
Well,
idea how to
that's
pronounce
how I
it.
always thought of myself anyway. Oh, it must have been 20 years ago that you went missing without a trace. I always knew you were still alive.
You haven't changed a bit, Alois. Just as loud as ever. And drop that captain nonsense. I'm not your captain anymore. These days, I'm just a wandering mercenary. One who has work to do. Goodbye, old friend.
Right. Goodbye, Captain. Wait, that isn't how this ends. I insist that you return to the monastery with me.
Garreg Mach Monastery. I suppose this was inevitable.
And how about you, kid? Are you the captain's child?
What do you... He is a stranger to me. I assume I'm his child, right? Kinda wanna say I'm a bandit.
Is that so? Well, physical differences aside, your mannerisms do remind me of the captain. I'd love for you to see the monastery too. You will join me, won't you? What's troubling you, Captain? You aren't about to run off again, are you?
Even I wouldn't dare run from the Knights of Seiros.
The Knights of Seiros? They do seem rather skilled. Ah, it seems your presence is required. Get going.
I appreciate your help back there. Your skill is beyond question. You're clearly an experienced mercenary. And your father, that would be Geralt, the Bladebreaker? Former captain of the Knights of Seiros, oft praised as the strongest knight to ever live. Have I missed anything? How curious. I'd wager the explanation for that is fascinating indeed.
Hey, you are coming with us to the monastery, right? Of course you are. I'd love to bend your ear as we travel. Oh, I should mention that the three of us are students of the Officers' Academy at Garreg Mach Monastery. We were doing some training exercises when those bandits attacked. I definitely got the worst of it.
That would be because you ran off.
Too true. I was the first to make a strategic retreat. Everything would have worked out if these two hadn't followed me and ruined everything. Because of them, every single one of those bandits chased after us. Utterly ridiculous.
Ah, so that's what you were thinking, Claude. And here I thought you were acting as a decoy for the sake of us all.
His intentions were as clear as day. You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot see the truth behind a person's words.
You will prove a lacking ruler yourself if you look for deceit behind every word and fail to trust those whom you rely on.
Oh, joy. A royal debate between their highnesses. I wonder how being completely predictable affects one's ability to wield power. Personally, as the embodiment of distrust, I'd say your little exchange smacks of naivete.
Me, naive. Tell me, are you actually incapable of keeping quiet, or is your lack of self-awareness a condition of some sort?
In any case, forgive our digression. I must speak with you if you can spare a moment. The way you held your ground against the bandits' leader was captivating. You never lost control of the situation. It showed me I still have much to learn.
Your skill is precisely why I must ask you to consider lending your services to the Empire. I might as well tell you now, I am no mere student. I am also the Adrestian Empire's...
Halt, Edelgard. Please allow me to finish my own proposition. The Holy Kingdom of Faerghus is in dire need of exceptional individuals like yourself. Please, do consider returning to the kingdom with me.
Whoa there, you two sure are hasty. Trying to recruit someone you just met. Tactless, really. I was personally planning to develop a deep and lasting friendship on our journey back to the monastery before begging for favors. But it seems there's no time for niceties in this world. So, capable stranger, let's get right to it. Where does your allegiance lie?
It seems one's place of birth is quite significant to them. Yet they are so impressed by you that you may take your pick. Well,
Oh, I have to choose right now? I don't know anything about them. Huh.
A wise choice. Though the Empire has fallen from its former glory, the other regions are merely offshoots that pale in comparison.
All right, that's enough with the small talk. It's time to head back to the monastery.
Looks like we'll have to pick this up another time.
my, they are in such a hurry. You know, each of the three is most unique. Yes, I thought the same. I am so sleepy once again. I may be sleeping, but
I think that battle report's a little weird that it gives there, showing my most used units that I don't have yet.
Part 1. White Clouds. Great Tree Moon. 3 houses. The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day grow into a great tree. The continent of Fodlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Faerghus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these three mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
For now.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough.
I hope my
There it
choice
is.
isn't final.
Garrick Mach Monastery.
I kind of want to choose Dimitri. What was with that breast bounce? Why is your teacher dressed like that? How old is Byleth?
Ray is here.
Cause I don't feel like Byleth is old enough to be a professor.
Time bring you here.
It's been years since I've last set eyes on this place. To be forced to see her now, You saw her in the courtyard earlier, didn't you? The Archbishop. As you know, the majority of folks in Fodlan are devout followers of the teachings of Seros. The leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Set it.
Right. Hello.
It has been a long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance meeting like this?
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yes. Born many years after I left this place. I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name? A fine name indeed. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for saving those students of the Officers' Academy. Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Seros, don't you? I won't say no, but
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon. Please listen carefully to what they have to say. And
I can't believe it. Forced back into the Knights of Seros. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. And I'm afraid your services are requested as well. Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it. You heard those brats earlier talking about the Officers' Academy, right? Well, the Academy just happens to be short a professor. And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for. You can handle things from here. Good luck. And watch out for Lady Rhea. I don't know what she's thinking making you a professor like this. She may be up to something.
Oh, it's you then? So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know. I am Hanneman, a Crest Scholar and Professor at the Officers' Academy.
Crest Scholar.
I wonder if you bear a crest of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject further.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's nice to meet you.
Okay.
I look too pretty for that line of work, do I? But yes, when I'm not teaching, I can be found in the infirmary. If you're ever lonely, please do come and pay me a visit. I would love to.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter,
Hanneman.
Manuela.
Manuela Hanneman.
Now then, it seems you'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses. I expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
Do you really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain. The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire.
Adrestian.
Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next Emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance.
Did she just call it the Lester? Not. Okay. It's just Lester?
Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
To think that the next Emperor, King, and Sovereign Duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
I'll say. I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
Quite. For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And when you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
The old man has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way. I suggest you try spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that bunch. I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you.
Have you no intention of changing your mind, Rhea? Appointing a stranger, a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy is...
I have made my decision. I know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Geralt character? Is he not the man who went missing after the Great Fire 21 years ago? I would remind you that Flayn is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
Seteth, they have my trust. Let that... More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding our suspicious individual. We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward the Church.
especially if they are frequenting Garrick Mach.
Yes, that matter is of great importance as well. I shall... Rhea, for now I will have faith that you are...
Spicy. I didn't even realize that little sprite in the bottom left. Oh, that's quite a bit of loading time. I don't like that. I assume that loading time is because I'm loading the outdoor area? No, another cutscene? Man, a lot of cutscenes. So those would be the like 8 students I start out with if I chose Claude?
Of course. I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the office. To start, please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself. That is your first task here at the monastery. Once you have finished, may I ask a favor of you?
Ha! I imagine you were a bit surprised that I recommend. Frankly, we had someone else in mind for the role, but they ran off during a. Can't entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before, huh?
You saved the lives of the students you came across. That, at least, was admirable. Now you should make the rounds. Go around the monastery and see that you greet...
I assume that's like Setith's office or something?
that so?
Okay? So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire. I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hresvelg. I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire. I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles. I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles? Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant, arrogant even, but there's little to be done. One day I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor. What else? Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities. Me? Well, what else? Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child.
Why does he look like a dick?
You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but actually that's rather accurate. Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable.
But why does he look like a dick?
For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always trying to challenge me. It's terribly irritating. His house is that of Duke Ayer, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That family is, perhaps, too pleased with its own status.
He looks cool.
He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself to tasks that particularly interest him, and nothing else. He's also fond of, well, napping. If he had any work ethic or sense of duty to speak of, I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the Empire.
Sounds like me, to be honest.
He's the second son of Count Bergliez. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be sure to keep a close eye on him. She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she's shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry, I'll make sure she finds her way to class.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the girl that gets beat.
Few commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception. She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire. I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers' Academy.
What was Bernadetta's ability?
She's Count Varley's only daughter. I believe...
Persecution complex.
To the west of Fodlan is an archipelago called Brigid. Petra is the granddaughter of their king. Brigid is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious. Yes.
I rather like them. But let's go find, Oh, look, they have female guards too.
Yes.
I want to go meet the other peoples. I will probably choose my first house based on the units alone. Because I don't think I can choose just based off of the leaders. Scored a teaching gig, eh?
Well, well, scored a teaching gig here, did you? Talk about a great first impression. I guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude von Regan. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't
The
worry
Leicester.
too much about all that madness.
If that's pronounced Lester, what's with all this extra letters?
I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll be teaching yet, do you? I bet you'd like ours. We're not as difficult as the other two. Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? Care to know more about anyone? Piqued your interest, have I? As luck would have it, I'm pretty curious about you as well. But what's life without a bit of mystery? Let's just spend the next year or so learning about each other little by little.
He's so weirdly down to earth.
He's the heir of Gloucester territory. If you haven't already picked up on it, he's a bit arrogant and fancies himself a ladies' man.
Looks
That
like a
said,
douche.
deep down, he's really devoted and honest. Though I wouldn't mind never hearing him talk about his noble obligations ever again. He comes from a merchant family, but his parents died in an accident. Seems like he's had a rough life. Despite all that, he's just about the most cheerful guy you'll ever meet. His passions are training, eating, and... actually, that's about it. He's the second son of a merchant family. Since his brother will inherit the business, he's training to become a knight. If you ask me, doesn't seem like he truly wants to be a knight. He's probably just doing it to please his parents.
So each group's gonna have
Lysipia
4
is the
male,
daughter
4
of Count
female.
Ardelia, and is probably the youngest student here. But watch out, she gets angry if you treat her like a child. As for me, I do it on purpose. You have to make your own fun in this place, you know? Marianne is Margrave Edmund's daughter, and that's pretty much all I know about her. She doesn't interact much with other students, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of folks here have never even heard her speak. Hilda is the only daughter of Duke Goneril. It seems her father and brother coddle her quite a bit.
I don't know what that means. Coddle. Does that mean like smother, work her up, treat in an indulgent or overprotective way? Adjacent male allies deal 3 extra damage during combat.
If you look up lazy in the dictionary, her picture won't be there because she never got around to submitting it. Not too unusual for a noble, I guess. Leonie enrolled because she wants to be a mercenary. I think she said that her father is a hunter. She's pretty blunt and as stingy as they come. A habitual saver, too. I think she's hoping to repay her village for helping to send her here.
Man, I like the people here too.
What do you think?
Oh, you can actually meet the people too.
It's like this.
So you're the skilled mercenary who saved Claude, are you?
Oh, you are? It's such an honor to meet you. Ignatz Victor. My parents are Alliance merchants.
And I am Lysithea von Ordelia. Please do not forget it.
Please do not forget it.
Hey, are you that mercenary? Everyone's been talking about you. I'm Hilda Valentine Goneril, and her name is... Marianne von Edmund.
Why do her eyes look so
Are
heavy?
you joining the Knights of Saros or something? Well,
It's like this.
Oh, there's the other two.
Are you someone's guest? The dining hall's that way, if that's what you're looking for.
no, Raphael. That's Captain Gerald's kid. Hi, I'm Leonie Pinelli, Captain Gerald's first and greatest apprentice. I'm sure he's told you about me.
Has he?
Nice to meet you. I'm Raphael Kirsten. Who?
There should be one more guy, right?
Ah, you must be that renowned mercenary. Perhaps you'd like to join me for a cup of tea sometime. My name is Lawrence Hellman Gloucester.
Yes.
Pardon me.
So where's all of Edelgard's
Pardon me.
people?
What do you think?
Okay.
Oh, there should be various home runs.
This classroom belongs to the Blue Lion House. All of us... Right.
Please accept my apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself. I am Dimitri Alexandra Blaithid, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of... Of course, at the Academy, I am simply a student. And I've heard word that you are to become a professor here. Delightful news. I still have... In any case, I hear you're investigating the different houses. Me? Oh, please forgive me. It's difficult to open up on the spot, don't you think? I'm afraid my story has not been a pleasant one. I do hope that doesn't color your view of me, but I understand if that can't be helped. Hello.
Honestly, I think Dimitri's
Me?
my favorite.
Oh,
I like the
I'm
mystery of whatever his dark past is.
Dedue was born in Dusker, and has been loyally working in my service for the past 4 years. He's rather taciturn, but once you get to know him, you'll see he's a kind and good-natured young man.
Stop using words I don't know. Taciturn. Reserved, uncommunicative in speech, saying little. Oh, I'm taciturn.
Dedue was...
Dedue.
Felix is the heir to House Fraldarius. He has a bit of a sharp tongue, but don't let that fool you. Deep down, he's a good guy. He gravitates toward people who are skilled. Perhaps you would enjoy a friendly competition with him sometime. He's the adoptive son of Lord Lonato of Castle Gaspar, but I hear he was born a commoner. He has an extremely earnest personality, so I'm certain he will approach your lectures with great enthusiasm. Sylvain is the heir to House Gautier. He is a capable person who highly values his friends. That said... well, he's always been a bit of a... skirt chaser, so to speak. Pardon my bluntness. I speak... I hear she was born to imperial nobility, but a twist of fate brought her to the kingdom. She may seem carefree on the surface, but she's actually a kind soul who pays careful attention to everyone around her. Annette is Baron Dominic's niece. She is a talented student who scored extremely high marks at the Royal School of Sorcery. She's cheerful and hardworking. Brilliant, really. Though she can be a bit oblivious at times. I hear she caused an explosion in the kitchen last night. Ingrid is Count Galatia's daughter. She is also a childhood friend of Felix, Sylvain, and myself. She is diligent, industrious, and principled. In truth, she is more knightly than most knights you will ever meet.
I appreciate your effort.
Okay?
Well, well, it must be my lucky day today, being approached by such a beauty. I'm Sylvain Jose Gautier. Feel free to say hi whenever you like.
Hi there. You must be the one everyone's talking about. I'm Ash. Great to meet you. This here is Dedue. He serves Prince Dimitri.
I have heard that you rescued His Highness. Words cannot express my gratitude. Should you ever require my strength, please know that I will hasten to repay this debt.
I have heard all about what you did from Prince Dimitri. As a citizen of Fargus, I thank you.
He also said you're quite skilled. And he doesn't just say things like that. I look forward to sparring with you and beating you.
Felix, must you always speak of fighting right away? Oh, and, you may call me Ingrid. It is a pleasure to make your...
And who's this? You don't look familiar at all. Do you work here at the monastery? Oh, Mercy! Do you think this is that mercenary people have been talking about? Now that I think about it, that does sound like something Dimitri may have said. I suppose you'll be enrolling at the Officers' Academy too, then? Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Mercedes, and this is my best friend.
I'm Annette. It's nice to meet you.
Damn it, there are characters I like in all of them.
What? I don't talk to strangers.
Bernadetta, this is no stranger. Our house leader owes this person a great debt. Is that not right? I am Ferdinand von Eyre, legitimate son of the Eyre. Are you going to join our class? I look forward.
Hello. Well now, you don't have a familiar face. What brings you here? Oh, my name is Dorothea. Before I joined the Academy, I was a member of an opera company in the Empire. You should hear me sing sometime.
Is it true that you saved Edelgard? That's incredible. The name's Caspar, by the way. Pleased to meet you.
Linhard, goodbye.
Linhard, goodbye.
Sheesh, Linhard. How'd you get into the academy with those manners? So, are you a student here too? Maybe we'll be in the same class.
Linhard's already my favorite.
A humble servant of Lady Edelgard. I heard you came to the aid of Her Highness. You have my most sincere thanks. This is Petra. She has come all the way from Brigid to study in the Empire. Back on her archipelago, she is actually a princess. In Fodlan terms, she would be called heir to the throne.
Hello, I am called Petra. I am pleased to be meeting with... I am pleased to have met you.
She not familiar with our language or something? Is that what that is? I still don't know who I want to choose.
How are you enjoying your time at the Academy thus far? I hope you have found our halls brimming with the vitality of well-intentioned souls.
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of... I must note that I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task. But it is as the...
The Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, and the Golden Deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick. Manuela and I will take charge of the remaining 2 houses.
I don't know.
So you have chosen the Golden Deer led by Claude, correct? Your heart has made its choice, then. All I ask is that you guide these—
They are all promising youths who bear the weight of Fodlan's future.
Shut up, Setheth!
Oh, I am so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
Alright. Not really sure how someone accidentally interrupts in a hall that's that big, but whatever.
I'm in the middle of something, Flame. Is it urgent?
No, it's nothing. More importantly...
This is our newest professor at the Academy.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers Academy! I am so I am Setheth's little sister, Flame.
Let us focus on the topic at hand. There is something you should be aware of. In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the three houses, intended to gauge the current progress of the students. We will be using this battle as an opportunity to ascertain your own abilities as well.
Oh? A mock battle, you say?
Wait, what? Are you really our new homeroom professor?
Is that true? You aren't quite what I had pictured. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean that the way it sounded.
I was sure you'd be roped into joining the Knights.
Don't tell me. You chose this class just to get to know me better, right? I'm flattered, really. Whoops. Now that you're our professor, maybe I should choose my words more carefully.
I don't mind is my only option.
Oh, well then, since we're pretty close in age and all, I suppose formalities aren't all that necessary.
One must truly marvel at the exceptionality of this appointment. Becoming a teacher to students almost the same age as yourself. How unusual. I've heard you are a skilled mercenary, but I cannot shake my discomfort at your new position.
Are you really as strong as they say? Let's see your biceps. I bet I packed on more muscle than you.
Okay.
I doubt that. Apparently our new professor was personally recommended by Alois, one of the Knights.
As far as skill goes, I saw it with my own eyes. What's more, Teach here is the child of the most renowned former captain of the Knights of Seiros.
I heard. There's no way a child of the captain isn't worthy. It's simply not possible. The captain? Who are you talking about? Captain Geralt, of course. The most notable captain of the Knights of Seiros and a peerless mercenary. It doesn't matter what you think of him. Captain Geralt deserves nothing but respect. Well, after working as a mercenary alongside a father figure such as he, I have high hopes for our professor. Just because someone is special doesn't mean their children are special too, Lysithia. Assuming that a child is going to be exceptional just because of their lineage is a bad idea. Don't you agree, Marianne? Huh? Oh, yes, I suppose so. Well, we can find out for ourselves in battle. I can't wait to see what tactics you've learned from the captain.
A battle? Shouldn't we have a welcome party or something first? I'll get the meat.
How savage. I propose a nice conversation over tea instead. I am more than willing to procure some high-quality leaves.
Tea? You can't get to know someone over tea. If there's no meat involved, it's not a party.
Your common sensibilities are grating to my noble ears. Please quiet yourself.
Sorry for the bickering, Teach. As you can see, the Golden Deer House is a rowdy bunch. We're not especially unified. You'll find nobles and commoners alike here. Those who are dedicated to their studies alongside slackers. But hey, that just makes your life more exciting, right? I really hope you're looking forward to the year ahead as much as I am.
Okay.
Say, while you're here, I'd like to use this device I designed to determine whether the power of a crest resides within you. Won't hurt a bit. Promise. You don't know about crests? Well, allow me to tell you everything. Absolutely
everything.
Welcome. Is your calendar clear? This will take a while. Crests are a fascinating topic, but before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand what crest they are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. Those who carry crests may excel at magic, display exceptional strength, or any number of boons. Each crest has its own power, the nature of which is beyond mortal understanding. I suspect as much, yes. But as I said, crests are, however, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well. Only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest. Perhaps one of your ancestors bore a crest, and that is how a crest usually presents itself. Yes, of course. I'll get to the bottom of it straight away. Now then, please go ahead and hold out your arm over this. What is this? A pattern I've never seen before. Is it possible an as yet undiscovered crest has been detected? To think there are still crests out there that even I am unaware of. How thrilling! Ahem. Pardon my unrestrained jubilation. I have much to consider. You may leave now. I have more research to do in regard to this crest. What could this line here be indicating? What in the world? Oh, I see. It may...
I don't think he's voice acted very well. Like I don't know, he's not putting out, his expression doesn't match what he's
Professors
saying.
of the Officers Academy receive a schedule for the month ahead. It notes the days on which events and missions will take place. Pay careful attention to your schedule, so that you may thoughtfully plan what you intend to do each month, and when.
This is today. House rivalry battle, Ferdinand's birthday. Hubert's birthday. Ba, 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 ba. So is there anything that's interactable in my room? It's the bulletin board, just the calendar stuff. I presume I'm not going to click on that. Hello, Seteth.
These are the students' quarters. To better help you supervise them, you also have a room here. Your room is here at the end. Commoner students also reside on the first floor, while the second is primarily for students of noble birth. As a rule, we try to avoid discrimination based on social status here, but the nobility can be quite insistent when it comes to matters of propriety. Speaking of, it would be best for you to avoid improper conduct. I expect you to...
I'm not too keen on the professor of my class. I really hope to focus more on strategy. Maybe I should talk to my professor about transferring to a different class.
I see. She's putting that thought in my mind early, because I know you can recruit students from the other classes into your class. I see what they're doing here. You go right or left and you run into the two you didn't choose.
I heard about the upcoming mock battle. I want you to know, Professor, that I do not intend— Goodness, listen to me. The thrill of competition has carried me away. I won't speak so formally of a class assignment in the future.
Let me know when you are hungry. I will make you a quality meal, as thanks for your service to His Highness. I have a request.
Yes. I trust you're eager to face the Black Eagle. Enjoy the thrill of anticipation while it lasts.
If you continue to insist on distracting me, I will have no choice but to get rid of you. Joking, of course.
Oh.
Listen to this.
Hi.
What?
Who are
I care
you?
nothing of friendship.
Okay.
If you have no business here, leave.
Okay. Oh, there's so many things.
Professor. Okay.
That's,
Yes, it's true that I'm the only commoner in the Black Eagle house. I knew that before the first day of class. Those people...
Professor. Listen. Greetings.
Yes. I'm busy. Do you want something? I can't right now, but let's fight soon. I look forward to beating you.
Share a meal has not been unlocked yet.
Ugh, I really need to eat. Why can't the dining hall stay open all the time?
at the monastery. I have had many great... I am hopeful.
Hello there, Professor. Well, I call you that, but I am afraid I am not a student here myself. Should the opportunity arise, I would love to become a student and begin my studies in earnest. The monastery is kind enough to provide a sanctuary for my brother and I. He's the only... Might you help me with a favor?
Alright, so she's gonna teach me how to fish. Oh, I probably should have spoken to my house leader, huh?
Goddess, I pray to thee. Goddess.
First select your bait, wait until you see the silhouette of the fish you want to catch, and then press the A button, hook it. Don't wait too long though, or the fish will escape with the bait. Press the A button when the circles overlap to reduce the stamina of the hooked fish. Once its stamina is depleted, you will have successfully caught the fish. If your line breaks, the fish will escape. Durability of the fishing line increases with professor level. Repeated excellent timing will create combos that reduce the fish's stamina quickly. If you land excellent timing at all opportunities, you'll net a more favorable or valuable fish than usual. Okay. Flane's bait. Okay, I have one shot, it looks like. Better learn fast. Crazius. So I can take that back to Flame. Meow.
The Great Tree Moon is the best time of the year for naps. I could just forget all about my assignment.
Anyway. Oh, did you come to look at the plants too? The greenhouse here is really incredible. There are so many rare flowers I'd never seen back home, and herbs I never even knew existed. My adoptive father is the real expert. He taught me everything I know about herbs, including how to tell them apart. You should try looking around the greenhouse sometime if the mood strikes you.
Flowers, for instance, make great gifts. Some people might even decorate their rooms with the flowers you give them. Use plant command to decide which seeds to use. More seeds mean a bigger harvest, while more compatible seeds will lead to higher quality. Use cultivate command to pay the greenhouse keeper to look after your crop. The more you spend, the better your harvest will be. Your crop will be ready 1 week after you plant your seeds. Plant. Deduce seed.
My thanks.
Yeah. So now I won't be able to plant this till next week. I see. So you can only do this once. You can only fish once, I presume. I presume I can't do this again. Right.
You have helped me so much.
So am I able to fish now? I can. With the insect larva. Lol. How do I get more bait?
Greetings.
There's a quest over that way.
Well, there's Dorothea, Hilda, and Mercedes. Lady Rhea's quite the beauty, too. And I must admit, I've even checked out Professor Manuela once or twice. You know, Professor, I think I'm going to like it at the Officers Academy. They're a... Professor, I've got a small favor to ask.
Hey there.
Oh? Did you hear the news, Teach? Looks like we're gonna have a good old mock battle between the Golden Deer House isn't exactly what you'd call an elite group just yet. So you may want to whip everyone into shape with some extra. After all, competition is only fun if you win. To that end, I'd better prepare as well. You know, I was researching what it's like to live here long before I even enrolled. Want me to fill you in, Teach? Students and teachers of the Officers Academy are all free to use the facilities within the monastery. That means you can chow down with students at the dining hall or get in some one-on-one sparring at the training grounds. As you explore the monastery, try visiting the various facilities and talking to the people who live here. If you haven't noticed, there are bulletin boards in various. You can check them out to see posted requests or to find more information about the market. I hear that fulfilling requests can even earn you the right to use more facilities. The bulletin board gets updated frequently, so it's probably a good idea to check it once a month. Far be it from me to tell you how to use the facilities, but it's a good idea to be mindful of how you're using your time. If you don't think about how you're spending your free time, it'll be over before you know it. Here at the Officers Academy, even professors are expected to study often to help maintain their... In other words, students and teachers alike have to strive to grow in every...
So if I dine with them, that'll probably use the activity point.
Whatever served, I'll eat. No complaints. Eating delicious food really takes my worries away.
Okay, I see. So the arrow up meant it would have more of an effect on them, not that I currently had a low relationship with them.
Nice! I knew I could count on you.
Oh, listen, hey.
So there shouldn't really be much more I can do, right? Ugh.
Have you memorized everyone's names yet? I'm Ignatz, in case you forgot. I'm looking...
Our house is that of the Golden Deer. Golden deer are sacred creatures, said to have protected all three of the houses have a meaning behind their name. You should feel free to ask around if that sort of knowledge...
Hello. Yes.
Listen to this.
It says that Bernadetta, Hilda, and Leonie are over here, but I don't see them.
So,
Okay.
yes.
Oh, they're down there.
I'm Captain Gerald's first and best apprentice. I can beat anyone, Professor. Even you if I have to. It may have been only for a short time, but I learned from the absolute best.
I was just heading back to my room. Bye! I don't like to come out unless I really have to. Hope you're okay with that, Professor.
Well, there's Dorothea, Hilda. You know, Professor?
Who the fuck's Ferdinand? He's in the Black Eagles. Yeah, sure, why not?
Appreciate it.
Time for a mock battle, eh? How should we go about this? Well, you'll be our commander, that much is for sure. Just don't screw it up and everything will be great. Got it, Teach? Right, I'll do whatever I can to help too. I mean, I'm kind of obligated to. For example, if I add a little something to their food to upset their stomachs... Yeah, wink wink, I read you. You can't officially condone that sort of thing, right? But say, hypothetically speaking, students from the other houses started racing to the infirmary. As far as anyone knows, it could just be a harmless little stomach bug making the rounds.
Well, well, what a fascinating conversation you two are having. May we join?
Claude, I can't believe you would stoop to such crooked schemes to gain the advantage. Have you no honor?
If that was really my scheme, I wouldn't be talking about it out in the open. I'm afraid you'll have to wait until our battle to see what's really in store.
It's irrelevant anyhow. Whatever you have planned won't save you from a crushing defeat.
She has a point. Still, I'm rather eager to see what sort of schemes that mind of yours conjures up.
You heard him, Teach. We can't let these fine folks down. course. A fair fight, as all fights are. Good one, Teach. Play innocent now so they won't see it coming.
Oh, how precious. Looks like you and the students have become fast friends.
While I am pleased that you are taking the initiative to acquaint yourself with the students, I'm afraid it's about...
I'm sorry, professors. It's about time I returned to my training anyway. Claude, Edelgard.
I look forward to assessing your abilities.